T-minus 10, 9, 8.
The clock is 7, operating. We're underway.
Tranquility Base here. Endeavor, go at throttle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2015 USCSA National Championships here live from Mount Bachelor, Oregon, as we are set to bring you broadcast coverage of the men's giant slalom run number 2, where just minutes from now we will crown the 2015 national champion in the men's GS. Hi, everybody. Boss Hogg alongside Alex Beatty on a glorious Wednesday afternoon in the Cascade region of Central Oregon, high atop the flaming volcano they call Mount Bachelor, and soon to be the home of the men's giant slalom. Alex Beatty, an incredible first run here earlier this morning as we saw the man to beat, not unexpected by anyone's imagination, Nils Hogbaum from Rocky Mountain College, posting a lightning fast time this morning, but Sierra Nevada College's Finlay Neeson, Yaka Yazbek, and Viking Roll all chomping at the bit right on the heels of Hogbaum. Will it be his day again today? It'll take everything he has to win back-to-back national championships.
That's right, boss. Incredible first run from Nils Hogbaum, last year's champion. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to hang on to that spot. A tight competition here, should be a phenomenal race.
Sit back, relax, ladies and gentlemen. A big day of ski racing here on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Glad you're joining us at broadcast.uscsa.com. The 2015 USCSA National Championships are brought to you in part by Patagonia. Their mission to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, and to use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Learn more at Patagonia.com. Patagonia, proud supporters of the USCSA. And by Reliable Racing. Whether it's Alpine and Nordic ski racing apparel and equipment, Hill and Event Supply, sports timing equipment, or just hard-to-find race gear, Reliable Racing is your one-stop shop. Check them out on the web at www.reliableracing.com. And by Twitchell Sportswear, the home of Yeti apparel. When you're facing truly abominable weather, the Yeti has you covered. Check out their complete collection at twitchellsportswear.com. Proud supporters of the USCSA. A challenging run here earlier this morning as we lost almost 10 racers out of the first run. 84 to come down here in run number 2. Check that, 18 racers unsuccessful in the morning session. Alex, it was quite a course. Not a visually difficult, but boy, when you get up there and try to ski it as tight as the gates were and some of the fallaways, it really proved a hard first run here this morning.
That's right, boss. An unusual amount of attrition in this morning's festivities. Very technical set in the center of the course, coupled with a very straight part near the bottom. A lot of direction changes through some of these athletes for a loop. But right now we've got 84 athletes ready to decide which one of them will be the national champion in giant slalom, and I know I am very excited, boss.
Our forerunners now getting ready to come down. Of course, one of the forerunners, Vinny the Boss Corrado. He's going to be showing us his stuff. It's always an honor to be chosen to forerun here, the men's giant slalom national championship race. We take the 30 fastest racers from the morning session. We reverse their order. We call that the flip in Alpine racing. They'll come down in that order. So the 30th fastest from the morning session will be first. And the fastest racer from this morning, Nils Hogbaum, coming down 30th. And it looks like we are underway as Stig Peterson from the university. Check that. That's Clarkson's Sean Donahue. Donahue with a 10000 in the morning session, wearing bib number 43. Donahue now on course from Clarkson University. Donahue skiing well here through the middle section. As you can see, as much of the snow as they can scrape off has been scraped, but still a challenging run as he makes his way over the transition and the head wall into the lower third and the final 8 gates. Here comes Sean Donahue from Clarkson University. 45-19 in the split shack. Let's see if he can put together a bottom half. And across the stripe, it's Donahue with a time of 1:00:00. Check that. That's 1:00.50 for a total combined time of 2:00.50. Now on course from the Air Force Academy, flying high out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's Nicholas Bailey, wearing bib number 8 and having some difficulty there in that transition. Scraped all the speed, and Alex, just like this morning, once you lose the speed on this course, there's no place to get it back.
That's right, boss. A critical section there, that flat part of the course. They've set a lot of gates, made it very turny there. They got to carry a lot of speed into this bottom section. It looks like Nicholas Bailey struggling there with that late undergate in this course. He is now off the course. Looks like he's going to be okay, but some struggles there for Nick Bailey. That'll be the end of his day, boss.
A tough break for Nicholas Bailey. He had such a great run in the first session here this morning. The Air Force Academy's flying high Nicholas Bailey is going to end his day unsuccessfully. 5 gates from the bottom. A tough break for Bailey. Sean Donahue atop your leaderboard here with a 2:00.50, but still the fastest 28 to come, including Castleton College's Benjamin Hanna. We'll also see Patrick Burke, Tomas Dobransky, Matthew Couture, and Greg Murray. Lucas Underkoffler, Hawkins Schonhader, Chase Ennis, and Carter Dowd. Jam-packed full of incredibly talented ski racers here in run number 2. As we are about to crown a national champion in the men's GS.
Well, boss, Clarkson really needed that run from Sean Donahue. Very strong second run there. Clarkson now sitting in 3rd place behind Rocky Mountain College with Sierra Nevada in the driver's seat. Of course, Clarkson took home the silver last year in the team competition of men's giant slalom. They're hoping for another podium this year, but a lot of strong teams competing with them for that spot. We've got St. Olaf and Castleton also in the mix, with Cornell on the outside looking in right now. Should be a really exciting second half, and really anything could happen, boss.
Not surprising, Rocky Mountain College and Sierra Nevada College just neck and neck in the team competition. Last year, Sierra Nevada College coming out the winner after a disastrous Rocky Mountain College second run where I think they lost 2 of their 4 racers, so they had to use one of their 4 racers had to use a dummy time and really made it difficult for them. Sierra Nevada College, of course, coached by Coach Bronco Zagar, taking home the team national championship in this event. Anybody's competition today.
That's right, boss. A mere 1.7 seconds separating those 2 teams right now. Anything could happen. A minor mishap or just a less than optimal run from one of the Sierra Nevada top racers could mean that Rocky Mountain could take home the gold. And what you'd have to see is kind of an upset, though they do boast the strongest racer from last year, Niels Hogbaum, who's right now sitting in 1st. So he is going to be an interesting racer to watch this afternoon.
Of course, yesterday we saw exactly what can happen in the women's GS as Brown University's Natalie Pearl, leaving after the first run, had an incredible first run here yesterday morning. Came back and gave it all she had in 5 gates from the finish. She blew up into one of the gates, did not finish the race, and Frida Svedberg, who put 2 clean races together, defends her national championship, winning the gold medal in the women's GS yesterday. So anything can happen as we're back to live action now with Benjamin Hanna from Castleton State College. Hanna, the first fastest in the split shack, having a good run here as he makes his way through the center section. This is the tricky part. It's where they all get discombobulated over the head wall into the transition in the final 8 gates. And a good run for Benjamin Hanna. Staying in front, now driving towards the finish line, into the tuck, 2 gates to go. Here's Benjamin Hanna, and across the stripe in a time of 58.57, a great second run for Benjamin Hanna. He takes over the first slot on the podium.
Well, strong run there. You saw him handle that last undergate well. You have a lot of time there to set up that turn so you can correctly navigate those last few gates. It's going to be critical for these racers not to blow out and lose any steam there. Any second counts here. A second is an eternity in ski racing, boss.
Back to live action here in the center part of the course. Castleton College's Patrick Burke wearing bib number 17. He was 26th fastest after the morning session with a 59.88. Now with 6 gates to go, here's Patrick Burke. Burke flying through the bottom part of the course. And driving to the line comes Patrick Burke from Castleton State College, punching the stripe with a time of 59.28 and a combined time of 1:59.16. So we have a podium. If the Mountain erupts right now, we'll give out the hardware tonight in Bend. It's Benjamin Hanna, currently your leader, followed by Patrick Burke and Sean Donahue. Still the fastest 25 to come, including Tomas Dobransky from Penn State University. The Nittany Lion wearing bib number 11, qualifying 25th fastest after the morning session. The time of 59.71. Trying to now pour it on as he enters the lower third, and he's had a problem. He had a problem. He caught us an edge, and that's the end of the day for Tomas Dobransky. There is no room for error in the bottom part of this course, Alex Beatty.
That's right, boss. Very turny and technical there. Looks like he just got a little bit out of control. Luckily, saved himself from a greater disaster, but you have to imagine he's a little bit disappointed with that run, boss. A real sad thing to see there just right near the bottom of this course.
Tough break for Tomas Dobransky and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Back to live action now, Matthew Couture from Castleton College, wearing bib number 26, 59.33, and run number 1, good enough for 24th position as he flies through the center section of the course. Now over the head wall, into the transition. Here's the hard right boot, and it looks like he's ahead of it. Again, a good, clean run now from Matthew Couture. Flying down with 2 gates to go. Into the tuck. Here comes Matthew Couture from Castleton State College. And across the stripe with a combined time of 1:57.88. Your new leader, Castleton State College's Matthew Couture. High atop the leaderboard here in run number 2.
Well, boss, that's 3 solid runs out of Castleton's top 3. All they can do now is sit back, relax, and maybe hope that one of the other teams makes a mistake and they can catch up some ground here on some of these top teams.
Now it's Clarkson College's Greg Murray, the first fastest in the split shack. He's flying at the top of this run. 59.21 in the morning session, good enough for 23rd. Wearing bib number 45 from Clarkson, it's Greg Murray. 8 gates to go for Murray. Murray now wide on the turn, still trying to collect it. Pointing the body towards the line, trying to stay still, and the skis do the work. 2 gates to go. Here's Greg Murray, and a 1:57.95, good enough for second place. So your top 5, Sean Donahue, Patrick Burke, Benjamin Hanna, Craig Murray, and Matthew Couture from Castleton College, your current leader.
All eyes now on Charles Loeb from Clarkson. If he can put in a solid run, right now he's sitting in 5th. Maybe Clarkson can hang on to their top spot on the podium.
Now it's Lucas Underkoffler from the College of Idaho. Ron Bonneau's Yotes from Caldwell have been impressive here in the men's GS. 22nd fastest in the first session with a 59.16 is Lucas Underkoffler. Underkoffler now with 6 gates to go, wide again. You'll have to watch this part of the course as they come down that head wall in the transition. It is tricky, but Underkoffler is successful and punches the stripe with a combined time of 1:58.04, good enough for 3rd. So it's Underkoffler, Murray, and Couture o'clock your leaderboard. Still the fastest 21 racers to come, including St. Olaf College's Hakan Schoenhader. Certainly isn't Schoenhader's first rodeo here at the USCSA National. A veteran ski racer wearing bib number 18 with a 59.09 in the morning session, 21st fastest. He'll need to pour it on here halfway through as he makes his way out of the center section into the lower third. Here comes Hakan Schoenhader over the head wall and now into the final 8 gates in the tough right boot turn. He successfully navigates into the final section, now driving to the finish line. It's Hakan Schoenhader from St. Olaf College, and across the stripe, our new leader, Hakan Schoenhader, with a 1:56.72. He is atop the podium. Still the fastest 20 to come, including bib number 21. That's Chase Ennis from the Zoo, the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. 20th fastest after the morning session with a 59.06. Chase Ennis now really letting the edges do the work. Look at the angles as the UMass Amherst senior Chase Ennis flying over the transition head wall into the lower third, and that's going to be all for Chase Ennis. Again, Alex Beatty, you see that right boot turn coming off of the head wall into the transition, proving to be incredibly difficult for these ski racers.
He was just way too late there, boss, on setting those edges to bring himself towards those skiers' left part of the hill. That's the end of the day for Chase Ennis. We wish him the best, but that'll do it for his giant slalom outing today.
Ennis will be back on Thursday for the men's slalom. He'll have a chance to redeem himself. He had a run going right there, a tough break for the University of Massachusetts at Amherst's Chase Ennis. Now back to live action midway up the Thunderbird Trail. It's Carter Dowd from Babson College. He'll have to pour it on as he had a tough top section. Only 6th fastest in the split shack. He was 19th fastest after run number 1 with a 59.04 as he makes his way into the final 3 gates. Let's see if he was able to bring up some of the speed at the end of the course. And across the stripe with a combined time of 1:57.65, good enough for second place. So Carter Dowd was able to really recover after what seemed to be a tough top section of this GS run. Your top 5, Lucas Underkoffler, Greg Murray, Matthew Couture, Carter Dowd, but still your leader from St. Olaf College, it's Håkan Schoenhader. Michael Ladke, though, from Rochester Institute of Technology, wants to change it all as he makes his way now over the head wall through the center section. Here is the transition everyone's watching. Over the head wall, now the right turn. And it looks like he is navigated, but he had to scrape an enormous amount of speed. As you see, Alex Beatty almost coming to a complete stop. A real tough right boot turn, 5 from the bottom.
That's right, boss. Struggles there with the undergate. You saw him blow a lot of snow and lose a lot of speed there, but he successfully navigated the turn, and he has successfully finished the race.
Michael Ladke with a 1:58.74, only good enough for 7th. Meanwhile, back on course, wearing bib number 41 from Cornell University, it's Wyatt Carollo. Wyatt Carollo now managing his way, trying to keep the speed. The less smoke you see off the back of the skis, the faster these racers are moving. Not a lot of places to catch up if you lose speed. And here comes Wyatt Carollo from Cornell University. 3 gates to go for Carollo. And into the tuck. Punching the stripe is Wyatt Carollo with a combined time of 1:56.85. That's good enough for second place. So it's still Dowd, Carollo, and Schoenhader atop your leaderboard. But Jean-Alexis Cotelin from Colorado Mesa University wants to change that. Wearing bib number 22, now into the center section, it's Cotelin. Cotelin, 16th fastest after the morning session with a 58.96. Wearing bib number 22. Now into the tuck. And on to the right boot turn. Down the head wall into the transition comes Cotelin. Cotelin looks good on the skis, but had to ski wide there on the right boot turn. Now into the tuck with 3 gates to go is Jean-Alexis Cotelin from Colorado Mesa University, and punching the stripe with a combined time of 1:57.87, good enough for 4th place. Fast and Furious is the fastest 30 racers from the morning session coming down in reverse order. Still to come, Nils Hogbaum. Will it be the day for the man from Rocky Mountain College? We'll see. As back to live action here midway up the Thunderbird Trail, it's Cornell University's Tanner Abadan. Abadan, 14th fastest in the morning session with a 58.81, skiing at bib number 16. And Abadan trying to hold the speed together as the legs become nuclear. Full exhaustion here at the bottom of this GS as Tanner Abadan from Cornell University safely across the line with a combined time of 1:57.09, good enough for 3rd place. So it's Abadan, Carollo, but still the man to beat atop the podium from St. Olaf College is Håkan Schoenhader.
Well, great second runs from this Cornell team, boss. Fantastic run there from Tanner Abadan. He really kept his speed, got early on that last those last couple gates that have been giving people some trouble there. This Cornell team may be cruising to their best finish in a couple years. They came in 8th in this event last year. You have to imagine they're hoping to improve. And look, there's some trouble there for Tegan Olin of St. Olaf. He wiped out there in the flats. He is on the ground, doing okay, but just lost an edge there. He is back up now, but out of the course, so that'll be the end of the day for Tegan Olin.
Tough break for Tegan Olin. He had a good run wearing bib 66, 14th quickest this morning with a 58.81, flying through the top section.
It's just a disaster there for St. Olaf College. They were right on the bubble, just about a second behind Clarkson for that third spot on the podium. Now they're going to be really hard pressed. They'll have to dig deep here if they want a medal, boss.
Minutes away from crowning a national champion here in the men's GS from Mount Bachelor, Oregon. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty on the call for you from the broadcast center. Now on course from Hobart William Smith College, it's Jack Norp. Norp wearing bib number 10. 13th fastest this morning with a 58.65. Now making his way into the center section. Holding good speed. Carving through now. Letting the skis do the work. Trying to keep the body pointed in the downhill position, but it is tough with as much transition as there is on this run. Let's see how he does over the head wall. Now the hard right turn. He was definitely late, had to scrape speed there. That is going to be the tricky part of this course, Alex, as Norp from Hobart and William Smith College crossing the stripe with a combined time of 1:57.30.
Right, boss, you really need to keep that downhill leg strong through that undergate if you want to carry enough speed into those final few gates. A lot of the racers have struggled with it today, and I don't blame them. That is a wicked hard turn to hit.
Now it's Andraj Vukovic from Rocky Mountain College, one of Jerry Wolf's proteges, working alongside the Baum brothers, wearing bib number 80, 12th fastest in the morning from 58.60. 6th fastest at the split shack. He'll need to pour it on. Here comes Vukovic. Vukovic's having to really scrape all of the speed, and that's it. He knows it. Hands on the helmet. He had a great run going, Vukovic. But again, in the same spot, it is a real challenge with 6 gates to go.
You have to wonder, boss, maybe if he lost track of which gate was the undergate, thought it was maybe one gate higher and just couldn't set up early enough to hit the gate below it. So tough break there for Andrija Vukovic.
Now back to live action. Rocky Mountain College's Harlan Collins wearing bib number 56, 11th fastest with a 58.47 after run number 1 earlier here this morning on the Thunderbird Trail. Making his way through the center section, now over the head wall, into the transition in the lower third. 8 gates to go for Harlan Collins. Let's see how he navigates this. A good turn from Collins. Now Collins holding the speed, trying to stay in the tuck now as the legs start to give out. But Collins is strong, punching the stripe in a combined time of 1:56.02. Good enough for the lead. Harlan Collins from Rocky Mountain College, your new leader. So our top 5 changing around rapidly. Jack Norp from Hobart William Smith in the 5th slot. Tanner Avidan from Cornell in 4th. Wyatt Carrero from Cornell in 3rd. Hawkins Schoenhader still in the 2nd slot, but your new leader with a combined time of 1:56.02 is Harlan Collins from Rocky Mountain College. But Eric Lund from Sierra Nevada College wants to change all of that as he makes his way into the lower third. Now 7 gates to go for Eric Lund. Had to scrape a lot of speed there. Let's see if he can get it back. Lund was 3rd fastest after the split shack. He'll have to pour it on to overtake Collins. Will it be enough? Yes! Eric Lund with a 1:55.05, your new leader from Sierra Nevada College, the Incline Village Eagle. Eric Lund sitting high atop the leaderboard here in run number 2 of the men's GS.
It's just a testament to how fast he was going in the steeps, boss. Lost a lot of speed there, about 3 gates from the bottom, but still manages to have the fastest run so far. Incredible run from Eric Lund of Sierra Nevada.
Now it's Cannon O'Brien, 2nd fastest at the split shack from Sierra Nevada College. Wearing bib number 33 is O'Brien, skiing for Coach Bronco Zagar in Incline Village. He was 9th fastest in the morning sesh with a 59.39. Now he wants to replace Eric Lund, his teammate atop the podium. Will it be enough for Cannon O'Brien as he tucks and punches the stripe with a combined time of 1:54.63? Yes, your new leader from Sierra Nevada College, it's Cannon O'Brien. Alex Beatty, it's starting to look like a Sierra Nevada College party on the leaderboard. O'Brien in 1st, his teammate Eric Lund in 2nd, and Rocky Mountain College's Harlan Collins in 3rd.
Absolutely, boss. These Sierra Nevada racers have been perfect so far, and it's hard to beat that.
Now it's Kevin Hartman from Colorado School of Mines. Hartman, wearing bib number 5, was one of the first racers out of the box in run number 1 this morning. Some talking about an advantage for the early skiers in run number 1 as the course began to deteriorate. Let's see if he can put two together as he had to scrape an enormous amount of speed with 5 gates to go in the spot that's caused all of these racers difficulty. A tough break for Kevin Hartman from the Colorado School of Mines. He had a lightning fast run going, but was unable to navigate that 5th from the bottom gate, and a tough break for Kevin Hartman. Total time of 2:01.11, good enough for 17th. Back to live action, the 7th fastest skier still to come. Here comes Rocky Mountain College's Thomas Vandell. Thomas Vandell is off course. Vandell has skied out and missed a gate. Now he's had to hike back to get in the gate. Rocky Mountain College needing the team points. Is it happening again? Are we seeing a repeat from Lake Placid? Thomas Vandell now back up to speed, but it's a tough break for Vandell. Let's see now how he does on the right boot. He's okay and now will make it through the finish. But Thomas Vandell had to come to a stop and hike, and a tough break for Jerry Wolf's Rocky Mountain College.
You have to imagine Jerry Wolf took his team aside before the race and told them even if they do have some struggles, maybe blow out, to keep going. Do not ski out of the course. They want to avoid what happened last year, being saddled with a dummy time, and let's hope they do that today.
Now on course from Rensselaer Polytech Institute, it is Paul Kottke wearing bib number 7. Kottke in one of his best runs in his college career here this morning in run number 1, 6th fastest with a 57.83. We have watched Kottke improve every year here at the USCSA Nationals, and now vying for a national championship himself. It'll take everything Paul Kottke has. 14th fastest at the split jack, so he had difficulty high atop the Thunderbird Trail as he makes his way to the lower 30s late now. And he'll have to take all of the speed off just to make the gate. Another tough break for Paul Kottke from Rensselaer Polytech. 2 gates to go into the tuck. Here comes Paul Kottke across the stripe with a 158.10, good enough for 13th. So it's still Carrero, Schoenhader, Collins, Eric Lund, and Cannon O'Brien still your leader. But the fastest 5 racers to come, including Clarkson University's Charles Loth. Loth wearing bib number 4, early to start this morning on run number 1, posting a rocket fast time of 57.58. He'll need to follow it up with even more to jump on the podium and overtake Sierra Nevada's Cannon O'Brien. He'll be followed by Viking Roll, but now it's Charles Loth. Loth now into the center section off the top 3rd. We see the smoke, but we don't see Loth. Here he is, Charles Loth from Clarkson University, driving through the center section, now letting the skis move left to right. Huge angles from Charles Loth. The pride of Clarkson University Alpine skiing is Charlie Loth. Now over the transition head wall into the lower 3rd. 5 gates to go for Loth. He's flying down the mountain. Here comes Charlie Loth from Clarkson University. 2 gates to go for Loth. He stays in the tuck. Will it be enough to take over Cannon O'Brien? No! Loth with a 155.60, good enough for 3rd. So it's Loth, Eric Lund, and Cannon O'Brien atop the leaderboard. But still the monsters to come, including the Eagle from Incline Village, Viking Rolled. Rolled wearing bib number 71, 4th fastest with a 57.23. Rolled wants a national championship. He can taste it. Sierra Nevada College's Viking Rolled wearing bib number 71. Now on course, should be coming into the center section just about now. And there he is, Viking Rolled, screaming through the center section of the Thunderbird Trail. It's Viking Rolled from Sierra Nevada College. Now Rolled trying to stay on edge. Everything he has to get on a podium here in the men's GS is Viking Rolled. Rolled now skiing like a machine down the head wall. As he makes the transition, here's the money shot. Rolled stays on edge. Rolled has got a chance. 3 gates to go for Rolled. Here is Viking Rolled from Sierra Nevada College. Does he take the lead? Yes! Viking Rolled, your new leader from Sierra Nevada College with a combined time of 153.37. Viking Rolled is in the top slot. Still the fastest 3 to come, including his teammate Yaka Yazbek. Yazbek wanting victory, smelling victory, needing victory since his freshman year at Sunday River, Maine. Will it be the day for Yaka Yazbek, wearing bib number 46, third fastest after the morning session with a 56.93. He wants to kick Viking, rolled his teammate down a notch on the podium as Yaka Yazbek now into the center part of the course. Incredible speed by Yazbek. Yazbek trying to ski clean, but wants to keep the edges on edge, wants to keep the body pointing down. He's got great form, Alex Beatty. This could be Yazbek's day. Yazbek now over the head wall, into the transition. Here comes Yaka Yazbek from Sierra Nevada College. He is skiing like lightning. It's Yaka Yazbek. Will it be enough to take over Viking Roll as Yaka Yazbek punches the stripe? No, second place for Yazbek. 154.05. It's a Sierra Nevada party on the podium. Rolled, Yazbek, O'Brien, Eric Lund, everybody from Incline Village now in the top 4 spots, including Finlay Neeson now on course, wearing bib number 14, the second fastest after the morning session with a 55.99. Sierra Nevada College wants to see the goods from Finlay Neeson. Will it be enough? Finlay Neeson now high atop the course has dropped in from the start shack, now out of the top third into the middle section. Let's see Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College. Neeson now skiing like a bolt of energy as he goes left to right, the skis on edge. Over the fronts of the skis, a great run here from Finlay Neeson. He was second fastest at the split shot. He'll have to pour it on. Here in the lower third, it's Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College, wearing bib 14. Will it be enough to overtake his teammate Viking Rolled? He punches the stripe, and your new leader, Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College. So it's Neeson, Rolled, and Yazbek on the podium. But still the defending national champion from Rocky Mountain College, it's Nils Hoogbaum, the big bomb, now on course. He wants to three-peat. It was impressive last year in Lake Placid. Will he be able to follow it up, or will it be a Finlay Neeson gold medal day? Now it's Nils Hoogbaum. Hoogbaum coming through the top section now into the middle. Here is Nils Hoogbaum from Rocky Mountain College. We saw him come over the head wall, and there he is, Nils Hoogbaum from Rocky Mountain College. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the defending national champion. He's giving everything he has, moving like a tremendous machine over the head wall into the transition. Here's the big turn for Hoogbaum. Will it be enough? Oh, he's had to scrape speed. He's had to scrape speed. Here comes Hoogbaum. Will he have enough to overtake Neeson? Hoogbaum now coming across the stripe, punching the line. Will it be enough? No! Second place for Hoogbaum, your winner from Sierra Nevada College. It's Finlay Neeson in an incredible second run for Neeson as his teammates gather around congratulating the 2015 USCSA national champion. It's Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College. Unbelievable, Alex Beatty.
Well, boss, what a turn of events. Finlay Neeson taking home the gold after a 5th place finish last year in this event. The Sierra Nevada team really skiing strong. They let it all hang out. All of their racers finishing in the top 6. So just an incredible performance out of the Eagles from Incline Village. Nils Hoogbaum taking home the silver medal, and Viking Rolled with the bronze.
What an incredible performance from Finlay Neeson. Of course, Nils Hoogbaum giving it everything he had in the final stretch. He was second fastest at the intermediate split. He had to pour it on and ski well. He looked like he had a clean run, but too much from Finlay Neeson. And Neeson, your 2015 USCSA national champion. Unbelievable. Finlay Neeson winning here today in the men's GS.
Well, Neeson just enjoying the limelight right here. His first national championship in giant slalom, the sophomore, originally from New Zealand, making a splash here in the States with Sierra Nevada. I'm sure Coach Bronco Zagar is looking forward to another few great years out of Neeson, but he has to be pleased with his performance today.
Indeed he is. The day belongs to Finlay Neeson at bib number 14, the Eagle from Incline Village, your 2015 USCSA national champion. As we get back underway here, the rest of the pack will come down, but let's roll over your top 5, finishing in the 5th slot. It is a party from the Sierra Nevada College Eagles. Cannon O'Brien with a combined time of 154.63. In the 4th spot from Sierra Nevada, Yaka Yazbek with a 154.05. And I just want to take a second to congratulate Yaka Yazbek, who's a senior this year. Probably his last collegiate giant slalom race. And what an incredible athlete and a great human being Yaka Yazbek is. All of the kids here in the top 5, every single one of them, just fantastic performances and great kids off the snow. Finishing in 3rd place, his teammate, Viking Roll, with a combined time. Well, we don't have that. I'm going to bring that up in just a second. Finish in 2nd place from Rocky Mountain College is Nils Hogbaum. And your winner, your 2015 National GS Champion, it's Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College. Now back to live action. St. Olaf's Lars Midthun on course now into the finish corral with a combined time of 159.74. And we'll see Jesper Lindstrom from Rocky Mountain College wearing bib number 99. He'll be followed by Griffin Struck from the University of Connecticut. Alex, it was a tough gate. 5 gates from the bottom here. Every single one of the top racers really struggled with it, and it appeared that Finlay Neeson just had the easiest time on that gate. And you wonder if that single gate may have put Neeson at the top of the podium today.
Well, boss, definitely the toughest turn on the course today. We see Jesper Lindstrom handling it there. If you get just a little bit late on that undergate, it can be really hard to set up for that next turn, that hard left-footed turn. About 3 red gates from the bottom, but Lindstrom handles it well. The 18th fastest run, second run today. So blasting from the back of the pack is Jesper Lindstrom with a combined time of 119.06.
Indeed, Jesper Lindstrom showing that you can do it even from outside the flip, and Lindstrom with a great second run. Now it's the University of Connecticut's Griffin Struck wearing bib number 9. 1:00:34 in the morning session this morning. Good enough for 33rd place. He's 25th fastest now at the split shack, so he's got a good run going from the top as he makes his way into the lower third, and 8 gates to go for Griffin Struck. The Huskies well represented here at the National Championship. Skiing well is Griffin Struck as he makes his way across the finish line. The combined time of 2:00.88.
Great to see UConn back again. Solid second run from Griffin Struck, the sophomore from UConn. The Husky from Deep Haven, Minnesota, majoring in molecular and cell biology, turning ski racing into a science, a legend in his own right. Now it's Ben Alexopoulos, the Greek city-state himself, coming down the course for Hobart and William Smith, sporting bib number 35. It's Ben Alexopoulos skiing well now here. Gets a little bit late there, almost losing it through the undergate, but he handles it well, successfully navigating these last few turns, throwing out a tuck there, the very alphabetical Ben Alexopoulos. He'll finish with the 26th fastest second run for Hobart and William Smith, a combined time of 1:22.58.
Now on course, wearing bib number 1 from Babson College, it's Sam Barber. Barber, the first out of the gate early this morning and run number 1, but threw down an impressive 1:00.48. And here comes Sam Barber from Babson. A good run through the center section. Barber looking very light on his skis, really allowing the skis to do the work. Very comfortable is Barber from Babson College. Let's see what this time's going to look like, Alex, because Barber looks like he's had a good run here. And Barber moving up to 24th place in the second run. So a great time of 59.61 for Barber in run number 2.
The Barber family well represented on the Babson College team. Sam's brothers Max and Jack also competing. Of course, Max here this week for these national championships. They've both skied well all week for this Babson team, which has always a contender in this competition.
Now back to live action here. Coming over the head wall into the transition, it is Graham Collins from the University of Nevada at Reno. Collins now skiing well. Great to see the University of Nevada, Reno with their ski team here at National Championships. The program was dropped back in 2011, but by the passion of just a couple of great skiers, including Graham Collins, they brought the program back together, and now Collins leading the charge from UNR. A great run for him. Combined time of 2:01.16, but more importantly, great to see the UNR team here this year. Now on course, Nathan Bartley from the University of Minnesota in Duluth, wearing bib number 30, 37th fastest with a 1:00:69 in the morning session. Through the center section, now to the lower third, and 8 gates to go. And he's late. He'll have to really recover to get around. And he had to scrape all the speed to do that. Standing straight up now. There is one part of this course you cannot be late on, and that is the 5th from the bottom gate. The show is over if you don't hit it at the right time. And a good run for Nathan Bartley. Combined time of 2:03.43.
That's an excellent second run there for Bartley, the freshman. They call him Mick Awesome, majoring in reggae music. He's sponsored by Skittles. Have to imagine he's looking forward to grabbing a handful right now and tasting the rainbow to celebrate an incredible second run.
Ian Wolf, the Husky from UConn, now on course, wearing bib number 42. 1:00:85 earlier in the run number 1. He'll be followed by St. Olaf's Patrick Ganal. 3 gates to go for Wolf. And here comes the Husky across the stripe. And punching into the finish corral is Ian Wolf with a combined time of 2:00:81, good enough for 26th place.
Wolf, the junior from UConn. UConn, of course, finishing 5th in this event last year, hoping to improve this year. Of course, Wolf majoring in economics and history. His favorite song is Boys Club by Ween, and he is a contender in this competition.
Now on course, it's Patrick Ganal from St. Olaf College, wearing bib 83. Now Ganal over the head wall into the transition in the hard right boot turn. He navigates the turn well. Now back into the tuck, carrying good speed here in the bottom third with 3 gates to go. It's St. Olaf College's Patrick Ganal. And Ganal into the corral successfully with a 2:00:81, a tie for 26th place with UConn's Ian Wolf. So a good move up for Patrick Ganal as these racers skiing well here in run number 2, Alex Beatty.
That's right, boss. That's exactly what St. Olaf needed out of Patrick Ganal. They were sitting in 4th place at the start of this run, staring Clarkson in the face, only about a second behind them. So it's really anyone's race right now for that all-important spot on the podium.
Zach Gould now, the Yote from the College of Idaho in Caldwell. Oh, he had a little hiccup there into the right boot turn, but was able to recover. Zach Gould now into the tuck and 3 gates to go. Here is Zach Gould and into the corral with a 2:02:59. As we said earlier this morning, Alex Beatty, a great program improvement there in Caldwell, Idaho. Ron Bonneau's Yotes are really something to look at now.
That's right, boss. He's put together an excellent team, a lot of young talent that he can nurture for the next couple years. And Zach Gould, you saw just the way he handled those last few gates, not treating them as the end of the run, but just like any other gate in this course. Skied well, but looks like Evan Ayabagulu having some trouble there. He got a little bit late in the steeps now as he makes his way towards the bottom section of this course.
8 gates to go, and that's going to be it. It was too late for the red gate, couldn't get on the right boot in time, and wisely skied off.
Right, just carrying a little bit too much speed there, some sharp direction changes. We've seen so many talented athletes have some trouble there, and Evan Ayabagolo is no exception. Tough break there for Stanford, boss.
Back to live action now. Here comes Will Radicke from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, wearing bib number 44, 42nd fastest after the first run with a 1:01.20. You know, Alex, they must know that this 5th gate from the bottom is the one they have to contend with, so they're thinking about it the entire way down. But you finally get to it. Your legs are completely exhausted. You know you're supposed to be in a specific place at a specific time, and when it doesn't happen, it's disaster in a split second. Will Radicke, though, successfully managing run number 2 from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. with a second run time of 103.90 and a combined of 205.10. Good enough for 35th spot. Radicke will be back on Thursday for the men's slalom.
Well, you know, boss, they know exactly what to expect. I can only imagine the racers are all up there at the start house watching intently on their iPhones the incredible commentary that you and I are providing, the soothing timbre of our voices, relaxing them and preparing them for this exciting second GS run.
Charlie Thompson from Hobart William Smith now into the bottom third with 2 gates to go. And Thompson across the stripe with a combined time of 2:03.60. He'll be followed by Alex Slemp from Clarkson University wearing bib number 67. And now awaiting his second run from the start shack, it is Clarkson's Ian Williams.
Now it's Slemp from Clarkson. Alexander Slemp, the senior. He's been skiing for Skip Fox for 4 years. This is his 3rd Nationals. Of course, last year at Lake Placid, Clarkson made such a splash, and they have been skiing very well. Well, 2nd in GS and overall last year. Look for them to really put everything out there in the slalom on Friday as well. And Slemp now will make his way across the finish line with a time of 61.25, the 30th fastest in the second run. Good for a combined time of 122.62. You can see just the exhaustion, boss. Some of these athletes, really a tough course, a long and fast one, and they are really putting everything out there today.
No reason to hold back here in the National Championships. Undoubtedly, Mount Bachelor providing an incredibly challenging track here for the GS racers. Ian Williams from Clarkson wearing bib 85 over the head wall into the transition. Now 5 gates to go. Real late on that turn, but was able to collect. And now pointing the skis down. A little bit of an edge grab. And he'll successfully reach the stripe with a combined time of 2:02.01.
Like a bit of a roller coaster ride there for Ian Williams, especially near the bottom. Thought he was going to lose it and go right into the netting, but his teammate there, of course, ready to congratulate him. Alex Slemp and Ian Williams both skiing for Clarkson, and really a lot of team camaraderie here. These guys, these are the guys they practice and train with, and they all know each other's styles, and they love watching each other ski.
Now it's the Dirty South's Oliver Hopkinson from Duke University, the Blue Devil. A great first run from Hopkinson. Now he'll try to put it together in run number 2. Had to get off the left ski there completely, but successfully navigates the final 3 gates. And here comes Hopkinson. Duke University's Oliver Hopkinson now into the finish corral with a combined time of 2:03.58. That's good enough for 37th position. You can see this is a tiring run, Alex Beatty. Everybody out of breath. Legs just shaky when they come into the corral. And not a long course, but certainly a tight course and a fast course, and that'll take the breath right away from you.
That's right, boss. Of course, a high-pressure situation. These racers know that eyes from around the world are watching them at Mount Bachelor and online, and they have put on quite a performance today. Looks like Phil Tanner has skied out of the... He has to take an incredibly wide line just to stay in. He throws up his hands in excitement. Now going into a Joey tuck near the bottom of the course is University of Minnesota Twin Cities is Phil Tanner. He throws up his arms with exuberance as he crosses the finish line. That's bib number 19, finishing with a time of 71.36 as he takes off his skis, brushes off the snow to show everyone his sponsorships there. Of course, sponsored by Vocal, I believe. An incredible second run from Tanner.
I think those were Red Sox skis. I thought I saw the Red Sox logo on those skis. Back to live action, Robert Chambers from the University of Connecticut, the Husky now. Good navigation here in the lower third. 2 gates to go for Chambers. Chambers, 48 fastest after the morning session now. Punching the stripe with a time of 2:02.24, moving up 10 spots to 32nd position. So a good second run for Robert Chambers.
We saw him struggle a little bit in the first run. Great to see him come out here and really lay it all down in the afternoon. Rocking the flow and the orange POC helmet. Robert Chambers killing it this afternoon, but it looks like Kevin Dakos is done, boss. He is done. He is sliding down in a penguin slide now near the B-net. Looks like he will gingerly touch the B-net with the tips of his skis. He does an incredible flip now, back on his feet, but he is out of the course, and that is the end of the day for Dakos. Tough break for Babson, boss.
You know, Babson really needing all of the skiers to complete their second runs, but Dakos really letting it fly here in the center section, was just unable to navigate. And that's going to be the end of the day for Kevin Dakos. He'll be back Thursday for the slalom.
Right, he lays out a massive pole whack, just hoping to earn back some of the NAR points he lost on that run. Next, we will see Brady Nilsson from the College of Idaho. Another member of the Ron Bonneau Mafia here will be making his way down the course shortly. And just a gorgeous day here at Mount Bachelor. Blue skies, the sun is shining, t-shirt skiing conditions. And that real West Coast pal up at the top of this mountain. It's great to be out here to ski. I got a chance to hit the top, head up out to the the peak of Mount Bachelor. Where conditions can get a little bit windy, but just offers incredible views here of Central Oregon. Beautiful treescapes and incredible lakes. Just fantastic to be out here enjoying the scenery. You can see the athletes all loving it. They are rocking out here at the bottom of this course. Comparing notes on an exciting first 2 days of GS action and looking forward to the slalom tomorrow. I know I am, boss. Of course, ladies slalom tomorrow, men's slalom on Friday, and then the all-important dual panel event on Saturday. We'll be bringing you all the action live over 480 hours of broadcast coverage here from the USCSA Broadcast Network. All three disciplines represented. We've got Alpine, Nordic, and Freestyle. So check it out. We saw some incredible freestyle today, skiing and snowboarding. A lot of money spent in the financial district today. Some great commentary. Learned a lot about grabs and all that fun stuff. And you can see these athletes just loving it, boss.
Now back to live action. The College of Idaho's Brady Nilsson wearing bib 58. He's on course, making his way over the top third, now through the center section into the lower half. Brady Nilsson, the Yote, over the transition head wall, now into the final 8 gates.
Get a little wide there on those last few turns. It's that undergate, that same one that gives everyone trouble. You saw his legs really grow apart there. Couldn't keep it under control, but of course he manages to get it all back together. Brady Nilsson, College of Idaho, bib number 58, finishes with a time of 61.83, good for a combined time of 1:24.22.
Now on course, it's Castleton College's Gordon Mason. Mason wearing bib 92, 51st fastest after the first session with 102.45. Skiing well here in the center section. The timing on his gates is perfect. That's some of the best transitions we've seen all day from Gordon Mason now. Castleton State College's Gordon Mason. Mason's got a good second run going here, Alex Beatty.
Absolutely, boss. Really early on all these turns, he really is putting on a clinic on how to ski this course. Incredible run there. That's Gordon Mason, bib number 92, finishing with a combined time of 1:23.91. Castleton skiing very strong today. They came to play, to be sure, and their results will reflect that. They are really a team to watch this week, boss.
Yeah, Gordon Mason, he knew the line, no doubt about that. He had it perfectly timed. As we move to Slade Glavish now from Rensselaer Polytech, and that's going to be the end of the day for Slade. A tough break. Slade looked like he had a little difficulty there in the center section. As you can see, there's a head wall to flat to head wall again. And that transition giving some of the racers difficulty here in run number 2. So a tough break for Slade Glavish from RPI. Now it's bib number 60, Cornell University's Nicholas Balta. He'll be followed by Eric Johnson.
Balta, of course, a veteran of these national championships. The senior majoring in hula hooping from Cornell University, originally from Pittsford, New York. Now in the course and skiing well, making his transition into the steeps. It's like we lost him for a little bit there, but he is back now. We see his helmet back and forth across the course. The big man, Nick Balta from Cornell. skiing very well here. Looks like he had to slow down a little bit there, but he is back carving now, lost some speed into that final pitchy section. He makes the transition now to the bottom part of this course, getting early there and handling the undergate well. Now only 3 gates left for Balta. The big man, Nick Balta, out of Cornell. He will cross the finish line with a combined time of 1:25.10, and you can just see the exhaustion all written all over Nick Balta. He is going to have a break and start thinking about slalom on Friday, boss.
Back to live action here, halfway through this Thunderbird run. Eric Johnson wearing bib 50 from Rensselaer Polytech Institute. 102.92 in the first session this morning, good enough for 54th position. Slid up to 43rd in run number, or check that in the split jack. So he's got a good run going here. Let's see if he can hold on here in the final 5 gates. Rensselaer Polytech, always well represented here at USCSA Nationals, and Eric Johnson, certainly part of that legacy. Johnson punching the stripe in 2:07.38.
Johnson will be scoring for RPI today. They've had some struggles today, but Eric Johnson, the junior, they call him Iraq Johannesburg, a geology major from RPI, has been spending the weekend examining the gorgeous igneous rock formations we have here on the volcanic Mount Bachelor. Now it's Leonard Tampson of UConn, the Husky, making his way down the course. Skiing well over this bottom part, a little bit late there on the undergate, but he gets back on track, taking an aggressive line through these last few turns. Now Leonard Tampson crosses the finish line with a time of 1:24.28 for bib number 91, the Husky, Leonard Tampson. Now it's Richard Scanlon on course, also from the University of Connecticut. Scanlon, the sophomore from Waltham, Massachusetts, majoring in Instagram, skiing well towards the bottom of the course. He is getting very low there. We can see the bottom of his skis now. Carving like a champion, driving, having some trouble there, carrying a little too much speed through the undergate, that really hard right-footed turn. Almost a super G turn, but now Scanlon crosses the finish line with a time of 1:25.11. That's bib number 79, Richard Scanlon from the University of Connecticut.
A great run for Scanlon. Moving from 56th to 45th. Matt Hyland from Duke University now on course. The Dirty South well represented here from the Blue Devils outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. He'll be followed by Rensselaer Polytech's Greg Merrill. Now Matt Hyland. Hyland skiing well through the center section, now over the head wall into the transition, and 8 gates to go for Hyland. Looks like Hyland's had trouble, and sure enough, as soon as the transition comes over the head wall, tries to get on the right boot, and the angle just will not set.
Just a little bit too late there for Hyland. Just a small, tiny little mistake there, and it cost him a finish today. Tough break there for Matt Hyland. I think he might have thought that undergate was just 1 gate earlier than it was. Didn't quite set up for that turn. Now he is out on skiers right of the course, so that's the end of the day for Duke University's Matt Hyland.
Hyland plans to be back on Thursday for the men's slalom. Of course, tomorrow, live coverage of the ladies slalom right here on the broadcast network.
And another tough break for RPI as Greg Merrill, wearing bib number 93, is off the course. We see him now on the camera. Looks like he has lost a crucial piece of equipment and will not be able to finish the race today. So another RPI racer goes down. They'll have to go back to the team, go back to their team meeting and decide what kind of things they need to change for the slalom race on Friday, where they're hoping to make a splash. So tough break there for Greg Merrill. But now it's Michael Wolcott from Cornell. Cornell skiing very strong today. Really looking to improve on their performance in the past and cruising hopefully towards their best finish in a couple years.
As we have a course hold here, they clean things up in the middle part of the course. Want to remind everybody of the broadcast schedule coming up later on today at 2:30 Pacific time. Tune into Channel 2 here at broadcast.uscsa.com for the women's and men's freestyle slopestyle finals. Earlier this morning, we had the snowboard slopestyle finals. We'll finish up with the free skiers later on today. Coverage begins on Channel 2 at 2:30 p.m. Great stuff tomorrow also on the broadcast network. We'll fire up here at Alpine at 9:15 in the morning for run number 1 for the ladies slalom. Then back again at 12:45 tomorrow afternoon for run number 2. Brad J. and Mark Oliver bring you the call from the snowboard freestyle venue tomorrow as we begin border cross. At 11 o'clock, it's the finals of the men's border cross. And at 2:30 in the afternoon, the finals for the men's skier cross. Hope you'll join us on Channel 2 on the broadcast network. Nordic is off tomorrow. They get to rest.
Much deserved. I'm sure those athletes work as hard as anyone here at these national championships. You just watch them after their races. They just collapse on the ground, just need a break from just the intensity of a Nordic race. If you've never seen one, come on out. Check it out on Friday. There'll be a Nordic event. I'm not sure which one it is, but we'll get that for you shortly. And just come on out to our beautiful Nordic venue here at Mount Bachelor. I know I will be watching it intensely as I do my Alpine commentary thing. Always like to have the Nordic event on one screen. I don't miss any of them. Just a beautiful day here at Mount Bachelor. The sun is beating down. All the teams out working on their goggle stands. I know the wet t-shirt contest starts at 3 p.m. near the base lodge. Teams preparing for that right now. Of course, definitely softening up. We've seen a lot of snow being brushed off of it, just leaving some ferocious cross ruts there. Some athletes struggling with that, especially near the bottom of this course where things get a little bit hairy. Sharp direction changes, taking out a lot of our top athletes. But not Finlay Neeson of Sierra Nevada. He has taken home the gold. An incredible set of runs by him, moving from 5th place in this competition last year to 1st. Our hats off to him, boss.
It's great improvement for Finlay Neeson. It's fun to watch these kids go and make their way through the ranks. But I think it all boils down to practice, 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 and practice. The guys who put it in, they're the ones that get it out at the end. And Finlay Neeson certainly dedicated each and every day. Branko Zagar telling me one of the best athletes he's ever seen out there. Really works hard. And it paid off today as he's going to take home a gold medal in the men's GS. More broadcast coverage this Friday at Alpine. We'll give you the men's slalom run number 1 at 9:15 Pacific time. Then back again at 12:45 for run number 2. We move on to the ladies skier cross and border cross with Brad J. and Mark Oliver at the snowboard freestyle venue. 11 o'clock is the skier cross for the ladies, and 2:30 is the border cross for the ladies, both finals events. Back at it at Nordic with Jason Albert and Bert Hinckley. 8:45 in the morning Pacific time. We'll bring you coverage of the women's 15-kilometer freestyle. Alex Pete, I don't know if you've ever skied 15 kilometers before, but well, I can kind of look and probably tell you have not skied 15 kilometers before, certainly not uphill by any means.
Oh, boss, I like to go downhill whenever possible, preferably on my skis, sometimes on my backside, as it often happened when I raced in the USCSA. I never could compare to any of the athletes today. Just watching them ski, I've never seen anything like it. I feel like they just get better and better every year, and it's just tremendous to be able to come out here and watch them perform at the highest levels. Some incredible ski racing, and just a lot of fun here as these athletes kick back, relax, enjoy the weather, and watch some phenomenal ski racing, border cross, freestyle. We've got it all here at the USCSA, and I hope you'll join us for the rest of the week. Come check it out.
Ladies 15-kilometer from Nordic, 8:45 on Friday, and then back at 10:45 on Friday for the men's 15-kilometer. And we wrap it all up here on the USCSA Broadcast Network, Saturday, March 7th. Women's and men's dual panel slaloms at the Alpine venue. Women's and men's snowboard giant slalom at the snowboard venue. And Nordic with the women's classic team sprint and the men's classic team sprint. Check out the whole schedule at broadcast.uscsa.com. As we get back to live action now, Cornell University's Michael Wolcott wearing bib number 72. He was 59th fastest after the first session with a 1:03.73. Now on course, skiing well through the center section. Cornell University bringing a big red team here to nationals this year. Of course, the infamous Dingle Cam invented at Cornell University. Shout out to Jeff Dingle watching our broadcast today. And now Michael Wolcott. 6 gates to go for Wolcott. The Big Red, Cornell University's Michael Wolcott now punching the stripe in a 2:07.59. Next up, it's Eddie Arita from the Colorado School of Mines. He'll be followed by Sean Daigle from the Air Force Academy. Ryan Kresser, Danielle Colbertaldo, Taylor Pope, Tyler Ringenscheid, and Trevor Panuski all left to come. Meanwhile, back to live action now. Here it is. Eddie Arita from the Colorado School of Mines through the center section into the lower third. Now 8 gates to go for Eddie Arita.
Eddie Arita, the senior from the Colorado School of Mines. This is his second national championships, 2 years in a row for Arita, and you can see why. He crosses the finish line with a time of 65.25, good for a combined time of 128.99. Solid run there for Arita, skiing for Coach Nick LeBlue of the Colorado School of Mines. They've been always well represented at these national championships. Now it's Sean Daigle of the U.S. Air Force Academy. Flying high here. He makes his way down the course. Hitting Mach 3 now as he carves his way into the bottom portion.
I think I just heard the sonic boom, Alex.
Yes, it could be Mount Bachelor erupting, boss.
Oh, and that's it. There's the sonic boom right there. See, I just jinxed him. Daigle had a good run going. Looks like he kept it together. He did not miss a gate, so Daigle's still in the game. Sean Daigle now across into the finish corral with a total time of 2:11 after a wild ride here at the bottom of the run. Big smiles from Daigle, though. He'll be back for the slalom on Thursday. As the Colorado Springs Air Force Academy, Sean Daigle. Successful 2 runs, posting a final time here in the men's GS. Now it's Rensselaer Polytech Institute's Ryan Kresser. Kresser, 62nd fastest with a 1:03.91. He struggled in the early session. Looks like he's skiing better here in run number 2. Has a good line here on that hard right boot. Able to navigate. 4 gates to go for Kresser. Here comes Ryan Kresser from Rensselaer Polytech Institute into the corral with a 2:09.29.
You can see he really handled that undergate well, boss. Not so much a turn as a direction change, just forcing these athletes really hard onto that right foot towards skier's left part of the course. Just a few gates from the finish line. Brutal there as athletes, you know, they've had such a long ride down this course, incredibly long course, exhausting, and then just a wicked curve there in the course, definitely throwing some of these athletes for a loop. We'll see how Daniel Colbertado handles it from Hobart and William Smith. There he is now in that turn. He gets a little bit late, but keeps it together, still on the edges of his skis. Very important, carrying all that energy now into that bottom of the course. He'll cross the finish line with a combined time of 1:30.73 for bib number 77, Daniel Colbertaldo.
Good run for Colbertado. Hobart and William Smith College always fielding a good team here at Nationals. Always fielding the team with the most difficult to pronounce last names, no doubt. But hey, that's what you're famous for, right? Back to live action. Taylor Pope now, Babson College's superstar. Had a tough run here in run number 1, doing better here in run 2. And he clipped a pole right there, but was able to stay in it. Good core strength by Taylor Pope. Babson College's Taylor Pope now. Poked himself. He got poked by the stick. And now he is the fastest skier through the corral. That is speed through the corral right there. Taylor Pope. He'll be back Thursday for the slalom. Tyler Ringenscheid from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Now on course, making his way out of the top third into the center. Tyler Ringenscheid. It's not his first rodeo either. We have seen him at Nationals. I think Ringenscheid is a senior this year.
Ringenscheid skiing well for Minnesota Duluth, of course, Minnesota not known for its very steep slopes. I think the parking lot here at Mount Bachelor is steeper than anything they've skied on at Minnesota Duluth, but of course he is a pro. He has had all the practice in the world. That's bib number 13, Tyler Rangenscheid. He'll finish with a 65.33 as he bombs it into the finish corral, taking a couple of his spectators out with him. Everyone hits the deck as Rangenscheid makes it through the corral. It's like he got a little shook up on that run, but he is looking strong, and we'll see him back on Friday for some slalom action.
Back to live action now, halfway up this Thunderbird Trail. It's Trevor Panuski from Minnesota Duluth. Panuski across the transition area there down the head wall with 3 gates to go. It's Trevor Panuski. Panuski letting the skis just float, and a good run. Good second run for Panuski. Combined time of 2:09.11. Moved from 67th to 50th. So a great run for Trevor Panuski.
Panuski, the oiled gazelle, majoring in Flappy Bird at the University of Minnesota Duluth. The junior skiing for Coach Jason Grimm. Minnesota Duluth been very strong all week. Now it's Joshua Nixon from the University of California, Berkeley, making his way down. Now he is into the bottom section, now through the Widowmaker. With about 8 gates to go is Nixon. Skiing well now, driving, carving like a champion across the finish line, hitting that last gate for good measure. Bib number 3, Josh Nixon from Cal Berkeley, finishing with a combined time of 1:31.68.
Next up from the University of Nevada in Reno, Brian Biersdorf wearing bib number 40. Part of the Phoenix ski team there at University of Nevada, Reno, out of the ashes, and it's Biersdorf has a tough time. He got on the back seat and just could never collect himself. So a tough break for Brian Biersdorf as he is off course. That's going to be the end of the day for UNR's Brian Biersdorf. But more importantly, Alex Beatty, great to see the Nevada Reno kids here at this national championships. More importantly, great to see them have a competitive Alpine team still at their school.
That's right, boss. And he may not have made it to the bottom, but Biersdorf, I'd give that somersault a 9.6. Incredible full recovery there as he now skis towards the bottom, not through the finish line, of course, but we'll see him back for slalom. He'll get a chance to redeem himself. Now it's Brian Coleman of the Colorado School of Mines.
Talked to Brian Coleman earlier on today. He is going to be launching his own reality show to mirror Gold Rush. Apparently he has found a way to extrapolate gold out of molecular gold out of the ground.
Well, it's good to have a hobby, boss.
No kidding. Brian Coleman from the Colorado School. That's what they teach him there, Colorado School of Mines. Coleman now across the stripe, punching in at 2:13.38. A good second run for Brian Coleman. Garrett Waffler now from Cornell University, the Waffler House, wearing bib number 84. He was 70th fastest after the morning session. He'll be followed by Andrew Mikulski from the Air Force Academy. On your screen, though, it's Garrett Waffler. The Big Red. It's Garrett Waffler now through the center section. Let's see how he manages the transition over the head wall here. Hard right boot turn. Good there, and good there. So Garrett Waffler looks like he'll be safely into the finish corral momentarily as he tucks for the strike. And into the corral, it's Garrett Waffler from Cornell University with a combined time of 2:11.34, moving him up to 56th position. So an improvement and a good second run for Garrett Waffler in bib 84.
Waffler, the senior from Cornell, enjoying his final giant slalom run of his collegiate career, a storied career, of course. Waffler, the president of the Cornell Mickey Mouse Club. Great to see him back here at the national championships. Now it's Andrew Mikulski of the U.S. Air Force Academy, flying high above this course. Now through the Widowmaker is Mikulski, skiing well in the driver's seat for these last few gates, almost losing it there. Looked like he had some struggles, 3 gates on the bottom, but he will successfully finish a 180 across the finish line for Mikulski, bib number 68, finishing with a combined time of 1:34.11.
Now on course from the United States Military Academy. West Point well represented here today in run number 2. It's bib 103, Christopher Emerson. And now that's going to be the end of the day for Emerson. He's lost the ski. Tough break for Emerson. He can't even hike and get the ski. Once it's off your foot, the game's over. But it's okay. Go Army for Christopher Emerson. He'll be back for the slalom on Thursday. Penn State University's Trevor Bergen high atop the Thunderbird Trail in the start shack. He'll be wearing bib number 88. 106.77 in the first run, good enough for 73rd. He'll try to pick up some slots here in run number 2. You know, Alex Beatty, always just important to finish the race, so you can post on the USCSA National Championship results page. You don't get a posting if you DNF. And so many of these racers just attempting to get down and crossing the stripe here in run number 2.
That's right, Boston. You never know if you may end up counting for your team. You know, we've seen some of the strongest teams in the past. Last year it was Rocky Mountain College. They just couldn't field 3 athletes that successfully completed 2 runs of ski racing in this event. And, you know, it really cost them in the times. They just dropped really far out of contention after being such a contender. Of course, they had the fastest skier last year in Niels Hogbaum. So just critical for these athletes. They know what their coaches tell them. You know what? Even if you mess up a little bit, blow out, if you're still in the course, continue, get back in, keep on skiing, and make it and cross that finish line, so you might count for our team.
As the fans are all collected here at the bottom of the race course, having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon under bluebird skies, warm temperatures, not a breath of wind in the air. Perfect conditions for championship ski racing. Glad you're joining us on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty with the call here in the broadcast center is Trevor Bergen from Penn State University. Bergen wearing bib number 88. And Bergen now moving out of the center section into the lower third across the head wall, now into the transition. Got in the back seat. Will he recover? It's going to be tough. He does. Had to scrape a lot of speed. Now the legs are just shaking for Trevor Bergen. You'll see it as he comes across the stripe, but a good run for the Nittany Lion from Penn State University. It's Trevor Bergen.
It's Trevor Bergen. They call him Little Trev. I caught up with him before the race. He told me he skied against Michaela Schifrin once and told me that he actually let her win that race.
Yes.
Very chivalrous, of course.
A nice kid.
Now
Spencer Dahl now from Duke University, wearing bib 78. I was talking to some of the Duke guys during the break, and this is a tough race course for Duke University. Just not a lot of pitch like this inside the North Carolina mountains. Not to take anything away from Beach and Sugar Mountain, Cataloochee, or those places, but certainly a different offering here on the Thunderbird Trail at Mount Bachelor. A good run for the Duke Blue Devils. Spencer Dahl with a combined time of 2:14.34. Dahl will take these great memories back down to the Raleigh area. He'll show off his pictures from the USCSA National Championships, and he will entice 35 more Duke Blue Devils to join the ski team next year. That's all it takes, Alex. They just bring home the video, and it's done. Everybody wants to be on the team.
I mean, who could pass up a chance to come out here to Mount Bachelor for some incredible skiing? What a week it's been.
Absolutely. Charles Anderson from Hobart William Smith College now into the lower third. 8 gates to go for Anderson. Anderson had to ski wide there to get it back. Still has the core strength to pull it together and make the final 3 gates. So from Hobart William Smith College, crossing the stripe, it's Charlie Anderson with a combined time of 2:15.44. Now Nevada Reno's Tyler Baumgartner on course, wearing bib number 49, 76th fastest after the morning session. And it looks like Charlie Anderson is down. Anderson, nope, check that. That's Tyler Baumgartner. Anderson successfully through. Baumgartner in the center section. It looks like he's lost a ski. Indeed he has. And that's going to be the end of the day for Baumgartner.
Now Baumgartner struggling there from that transition from the flats to the steeps. We've seen a couple racers blow up there, just a jarring pitch change, and Baumgartner got taken for a ride, boss.
Tough break for Tyler Baumgartner, but he'll be back on Thursday for the slalom. So high atop the Thunderbird Trail here at beautiful Mount Bachelor from the Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs' favorite, Jake Johnson, JJ, wearing bib 59. Don't forget, folks, you can come out all week long here to the Cascade region of Central Oregon as the USCSA putting on the national championship show for all of the people lucky enough to be here at Mount Bachelor. Not too far from the Portland area or anywhere along the Oregon coast. We drove over from Park City, Utah, just about an 8.5-hour drive, so don't be afraid. Come on out. Be a part of this great event. We'd love to see you here live. If you think it's good on TV, wait till you stand at the bottom of this championship race corral with all these great kids who make coming to national championships so much fun. Gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the people who make this thing possible, including the 100 volunteers of the USCSA. I was speaking to the Mountain Operations Director, Tom Lomax, here at Mount Bachelor, who's got to be one of the best guys at his job in the entire ski industry. Has just made it so easy for us to have a fantastic championship race here. And he said, how many people do you have and how do you get them all? I said, well, we've got 100 volunteers at the USCSA. And he goes, well, how much does that cost? I said, it doesn't cost anything. Many of them, doctors, lawyers, salespeople, engineers, they literally schedule their vacations from work so they can pay their way to go to wherever we're having our national championships. They don't expect anything in return, and they do it year after year after year. The most epic crew of volunteers in all of Alpine sports, no doubt about it. The USCSA volunteer team, I'm proud to be a part of. Jake Johnson now on course from the United States Air Force Academy.
Jake Johnson, the junior from the Air Force Academy, skiing well now into the bottom few gates of this course. Here he comes now through the Widowmaker. He handles it well. Jake Johnson, the junior, originally from Medford, Oregon, a hometown hero here at Mount Bachelor, the future pilot for the Air Force Academy, crosses the finish line, bib number 59, with a combined time of 1:33.50. Almost throws everything out of the finish corral and takes a couple spectators out with him, but he is now off the course, and it's Ryan Hutchinson of the University of Minnesota Duluth. Now it's his time to shine. Rocket and shocketing his way down this course, skiing like a champion, and ferocious leopard now, rocking the Spider GS suit, all too popular with these athletes. He has got this course in his web and is skiing well towards the finish line. 4
gates to go for Ryan Hutchinson from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Now Hutchinson into the final tuck and safely into the corral with a 2:19.85. University of Minnesota Duluth's Ryan Hutchinson with a good second run here. We'll see more from him on Thursday during the men's slalom. Back to live action halfway up the Thunderbird Trail. In the center section, it's Joshua Ishii. Ishii had a wild ride in run number 1 from the Military Academy. Great to see the West Point cadets here at Nationals in Mount Bachelor. Another shout out to Boss Hog Jr., currently in the 82nd Airborne, jumping out of airplanes in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Hope he's watching and listening today. Joshua Ishii from the United States Military Academy. Go Army! As he comes across into the corral with a time of 2:17.53.
Like Ishii tried to take a little souvenir there with him. He ripped the last gate out of the course, causing some timing shenanigans for our timing wunderkind Eric House Milbrandt, but they'll get all that sorted out shortly, I'm sure. Now here's William Zell of UCal Berkeley taking an aggressive line through this course in the steeps. Skiing well for Cal Berkeley. Cal represented here at these national championships, making this short trip from the Bay Area to beautiful Central Oregon. Now it's Zell through the Widowmaker into the final few gates. It's William Zell almost taking that gate. He wanted it for a souvenir. He tried to pick it up and carry it across.
I mean, that's incredible acumen right there. I mean, not only is he a championship ski racer, but he was literally trying to reach down like some type of motorcycle poker run and pick up the panel. He wanted to take it home.
What's that Cal Blue boss? He wanted it. He was going to wave it around to support the team.
Of course he was. William Zell from Cal Berkeley. in a time of 2:22.89, but most importantly, posting a national championship finish here in the men's GS. While we have a course hold, let's go over our top 5. Cannon O'Brien in the 5th position from Sierra Nevada College. A great run from O'Brien. Fantastic to watch him progress through his ski racing career. In 4th, also from Sierra Nevada College, my good friend Yaka Yazbek, his senior year in Incline Village, and what a storied ski racing career Yazbek has had. Starting out in Lake Placid with a victory, stealing it away from his teammate Marcus Pleer back in Sunday River, Maine. And it ends today for the GS for Yaka Yazbek in 4th place. The podium, his teammate, also from Incline Village, Viking, rolled in the 3rd spot. Been fun to watch him grow up in the USCSA National Championships as well. Now a team leader along with Yazbek. Hills Hoogboom, the defending champion, putting on an impressive show in Lake Placid last year and following it up right here in Mount Bachelor today. But it wasn't enough to beat the 2015 USCSA National Champion in the men's GS with an incredible 55.77 in the 2nd run. Total combined time of 150.176, and the day belongs to him. He earned it, and he is the victor. It's Finlay Neeson, and Neeson will have the gold medal placed around his neck tonight at 4:30 this afternoon during the award ceremony in downtown Bend.
And you know, the day belongs to Sierra Nevada yet again. I don't know, it must be something in the water there at Incline Village that powers these athletes, or maybe it's just their tremendous skill. You know, they've been at it for years, practicing every day. They're out on the hill, a life devoted to ski racing, and they've really shown it here so far this week, boss.
Well, you know, you watch that, and they are at training as soon as they get back to school. Those kids are back the first week of September, and I check it out every single year. I can see the Facebook posts, and they're out running, they're out lifting weights. Coach Branko Zagar has really got them focused from the first day of school to the last day of school, and it certainly shows here in the national championship results. So congratulations, Finlay Neeson, the man of the day in the men's GS, winning gold here at the 2015 national championships. Back to live action now. Spencer Glenn from the College of Idaho had a wild ride through the center section, took all of his energy just to survive it, and he's going to make it through. The Yote from Caldwell, Idaho, wearing bib number 100, is Spencer Glenn. Congratulations to Spencer as he tries to catch his breath here in the finish corral. 3 racers to go, including Riley Arney, Simon White, and Connor Smith. Now Riley Arney, or Arnie Riley, we're not sure.
It's Arnie Riley,
it is
the
Arnie
sophomore.
Riley.
Yes.
There it is. It's Arnie Riley, not Riley Arney. Arnie Riley, the sophomore from West Point. Now on course, he'll be followed by Simon White from the University of Nevada at Reno. Now Arnie Riley making his way through the flats over the 2nd head wall here in the center section. A lot of snow coming off the back of the skis. He's just trying to stay in control. Of course, by now, this course is slick, icy, and rutted up. And so Riley just wants to post a finish here, and if he can stay focused, he will.
See, he's carving well, boss. You know, we're reading the bottoms of his skis. That's what ski coaches like to say. Now he is towards the bottom of this course. Right now through the Widowmaker into the last few gates. Skiing well aggressively is Arnie Riley, the sophomore from Oakland, Maryland. And he will successfully finish his first national championship giant slalom race, a combined time of 150.76 for Arnie Riley, bib 106.
Now Simon White dropping in from the top start shack. Will come into view here momentarily. Meanwhile, Arnie Riley from West Point making his way out of the finish corral on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in the Cascade region of Central Oregon.
And the sun just keeps coming down here. Incredible weather at Mount Bachelor. I believe they're forecasting 90 degrees and sunny for the rest of the week.
Certainly feels that way, Alex, no doubt.
Here in the greenhouse at the bottom of this Thunderbird Trail, the glass-enclosed nerve center of the USCSA broadcast team, bringing you all the action, including Simon White's run, skiing for the University of Nevada. He is now halfway completed this course, and back and forth he goes across this Thunderbird Trail. Now into the bottom section, this undergate we've nicknamed the Widowmaker. Only a couple gates ago, he has navigated them successfully so far and will continue to do so. Simon White of the University of Nevada crosses the finish line, bib number 97, finishing with a combined time of 1:52.10.
Nice to see the University of Nevada represented here today. We've spoken a little bit about their Alpine ski team, back from the ashes. And now our final racer in run number 2, Connor Smith from Duke University, the Blue Devils, representing the Dirty South in the USCSA. Nice to see their ski team here at the National Championships. Coming into view, it's Connor Smith from Duke University.
Connor Smith, a hometown hero, originally from Bend, Oregon. Grew up skiing at Mount Bachelor. He knows this run well. Skiing in the patented Patagonia Super Puff GS suit. They call him Dinkins. Connor Smith skiing at a position we used to refer to as DFL. I'll let your imagination run wild as to what that stood for. Rest assured, I had some apparel that said DFL back in my ski racing days. Connor Smith.
Looks like he's wearing the coaching shorts. I believe he's got the coaching shorts on. Yep, those are the Vikey coaching shorts. He said he was going to wear them, and he was true to form. Connor Smith, the Blue Devil from Duke University. Just exemplifying how much fun it is here at the USCSA Nationals.
Oh, yes.
He is the purveyor of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Smith from Duke University. F-U-N, look it up in the dictionary. There's a picture of Connor Smith right there. I mean it. Congratulations to him. Job well done to Connor Smith. And that's going to do it. Successful run number 2 here in the men's giant slalom from Mount Bachelor. The day belongs to Sierra Nevada College's Finlay Neeson. Coming back with a lightning run of 55.77. He was second behind Hochbaum, Alex Beatty, after run number 1. Almost a half a second behind Hochbaum. But Hochbaum struggled in run number 2, and Neeson laid it down, winning his first national championship here at the men's GS. Let's go over your top 5 results. Cannon O'Brien from Sierra Nevada in the 5th slot. Yaka Yazbek, his teammate, in 4th. Also from Incline Village, Sierra Nevada's Viking rolled in 3rd. The defending champion, Rocky Mountain College's Nils Hochbaum in 2nd. And your 2015 USCSA national champion from Sierra Nevada College for the men's giant slalom, it is Finlay Neeson. Another exciting day of Alpine action right here from the Thunderbird Trail here at beautiful Mount Bachelor. Alex, a great day of ski racing. I have thoroughly enjoyed this afternoon.
Absolutely, boss. It's been incredible to see these athletes. I'm so looking forward to seeing them again on Friday, where we'll bring you the men's slalom action. Finlay Neeson looking to sweep this week's events. Of course, he finished 2nd place in the slalom in last year's competition. He is hoping to improve to 1st this year, and gosh, boss, if anyone believes that it's possible, it's me. I mean, just watching him ski today, it's been incredible. And, you know, he is definitely staring 2 titles in the face. It is his race to lose, and we'll bring you that action live on Friday.
We sure will. It'll certainly be interesting to see if Neeson can double up here in Mount Bachelor at the 15 National Championships. Live coverage of the men's slalom, all here on the Broadcast Network on Friday. Don't forget, tune right into Channel 2 as soon as we sign off here from the Alpine venue. Brad J. and Mark Oliver bringing you the slopestyle competition. You will not want to miss it. It is the real deal. That can be seen right now on Channel 2 at broadcast.uscsa.com. That's going to do it for the Alpine venue. On behalf of Our cameramen, Weston Fuller, Matt Mastrantano, the god of technical IT, Mr. Alan Price, and my partner, Alex Beatty. This is Boss Hog saying so long, everybody.